Thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate it. So, just to get started, I've got a couple of administrative things. All of those of you who paid dues should have received the speaker's manual. And it looks like this. This is the hard work of our president, Ravi Daibai, and contributing members, advisors, stuff like that. So, here's the table of contents. It goes through all kinds of stuff. We've got different specific stuff about this club in the beginning, the essentials of public speaking kind of before you begin type things, and then it kind of goes through a lot of these characteristics that we've been learning and how to make an effective speech. And I think most importantly for all of you, it goes into talk about some ways to actually give different types of speeches. So persuasive, demonstrative, informational speeches, things like that. So that will be very helpful for you in the future when you're trying to give speeches like that. You have to prepare for it. So use this as a resource. And for those of you who are new today, the speaker's manual comes with the dues of $15 that you pay to the club. So if you want to join and pay the $15, we will immediately send you this super awesome speaker's manual. So it's been in the works for a long time, and it's a dynamic document. So we'll be adding to this in years to come, and be adding to that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. What I have for you all today is as far as the instructional time goes, last week, if you weren't here, we had Miller Templeton, one of our advisors, talk to us a little bit about some specific characteristics that make a great speech. And he had 4 examples for us. And if you remember the 4 videos we watched, each one of them actually used or tried to use the speakers in them a specific element to most effectively give their speech to the audience. So I'm going to briefly go over those 4 different speeches again and just show you some quick clips of them so you guys can get familiar with that before we move on. And then we're going to talk about 3 different questions, because it's great to learn about how to identify those different characteristics in a speech, but if you can't do it yourself, it's kind of pointless, right? So the 3 questions we're going to be talking about are: when should I use a specific characteristic in my speech? Which characteristic should I choose for this speech? And lastly, how am I going to do that? How do I use that characteristic to make my speech effective? So real quick, I'm going to show you these 4 videos that we watched last week, just to bring you up to speed on identifying some of those characteristics that are done very well.